Bryce, knowing you obviously wanted to get through that sixth inning, just the way you were able to kind of grind through that start, 'cause, I mean, it seemed like maybe you didn't have the best stuff that you have exhibited in the past. Just what can you kind of take away from that part of your outing?
Yeah, I think we're kind of cruising till the fourth inning, had that long fourth, and then able to get out of that. But, yeah, I was just hoping, I don't know, fourth or fifth?
Fifth was the
long fifth. But was hoping I can get through six. I think I made a good pitch. My last pitch was curveball 2 balls down and slips it through. But, yeah, overall, I mean, curveball felt really good today. It was 2 pitches that got me, and both of them felt like good pitches. The pitch to Langoliers was up and in where I wanted it to be for a ball, and slipped it over, and then that last pitch, curveball down. But there was, as the game went on, I got a little tired and missed a few pitches over the plate too much, and that led to some traffic, and wasn't able to get as deep as I was planning. But overall, stuff felt good for the first one.
That's a frustrating part because those were 2 well-executed pitches, and that's what ends up getting you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I made plenty of bad pitches that I didn't really get penalized on, and it was the 2 pitches that I executed that they ended up scoring on. So, but, it's part of it, and just got to, learn from it and move on. But, yeah, overall everything felt good for day one. I was telling Logan last year, first game I gave up 5 and ended the season pretty well. So this time I gave up 4. So pattern says we're going to do better.
Bryce, the one you threw to Langoliers, fastball up, but your velo was kind of up and down a little bit at times. I mean, if that's 95 or 96, is he able to get the barrel to it? Maybe I think it was 94, or just, if it's an inch higher or anything like that too. That's the frustrating part about it.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of the season, we're all still trying to build up, and I don't want to be my highest velo day one. But at the end of the day, I executed that pitch, and it was 2 balls up and in, and I think it was 93 off the bat. Usually that ball doesn't leave the park here, so but it went over, and good piece of hitting. So but yeah, I mean, I like where the splitter was at, and I like where the curveball was at, and just need to execute. I got to 2 strikes quite a bit, it felt like, and then I made some mistakes, to Rooker I get to 2 strikes and I throw a slider over the plate. There's just a couple that I could circle where I was in finished counts and didn't finish, and moving forward we'll just focus on finishing at bats and not letting innings like that 5th build up, and a lot of high stress pitches in the 5th that we have a clean 5th, and we're easily through the 6th and maybe into the 7th. So, but first one out of the way, so now we'll, start rolling.
We're out of the dry air of Arizona. Did you have to adjust a little bit just how your breaking pitches and your off-speed pitches were moving in the cooler air and the heavier air at all?
Not too much today. I think my last outing in Arizona, my splitter was horrible. It wasn't doing anything, and today it was back to being the normal shape it is. So that was the main thing. I was glad to see that, and curveball was really good, like I said, and yeah, everything felt good. So once my first bullpen a couple of days ago here, I was like, okay, yeah, we're back out of Arizona, so the ball's moving now. So that was good.
Did you go in then with the plan to be so curveball heavy, or was that an in-game adjustment as you saw how they were reacting to it, reading the swings?
Yeah, no, it was more, as the game went on. I don't think I threw the first one until 2nd or 3rd inning, and then later in the game, that last inning, I threw probably 10 out of 12 curveballs. So I think I, for the most part, executed 90% of them. So I was really good with that pitch.
I mean, out of your hand, do you think you had Andujar out? I mean, it was gliding straight down. It looked like everything.
Yeah, I mean, he swings through the 1-1 that's bottom of the zone, and then I'm like, all right, we'll just expand a little bit and get the next one two balls down, and it gets to it. So, good piece of hitting. I got the ground ball, wanted the strikeout, but still got a ground ball, and it just slipped through. So, sometimes that happens.
Thanks, man.
Tough one tonight. Had a lot of traffic early. I don't know how Max Muncy catches that ball at second base, but it's a big play, early on like that. But had plenty of chances later. We put a lot of pressure on him on the bases, and just weren't able to get as many across as we wanted. I thought Bryce pitched a good ball game, 5 2/3, and getting us deep into the game. A chance to still a chance to come back and win it. Just not able to get it done tonight, but get back at him tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that liner that Randy scorches, I mean, could that just change the whole dynamic of the game, especially how early it was?
Yeah, I mean it could, a great at bat right there, and drove it right through the middle, and just a backhanded stab, and as a hitter, you're trying to hit the ball through the middle there, and he got a good pitch to hit and really drove it. But sometimes it's right at people. But yeah, I mean that's a tough break. But early in the game, and we had plenty of chances after that.
Are you encouraged by the traffic that you're creating, even though there might be some frustration for not being able to cash in a little bit more consistently?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with getting on base, and a lot of guys were able to do that tonight, and a couple of stolen bases as well. Being able to push the envelope a little bit and get ourselves in scoring position, and that is a good sign and bodes well as we move forward.
What are you seeing in the at-bats or the opportunities when you have the runners on base?
Yeah, I mean, like with Randy. In Randy's case, it was a great at bat, and that's those sometimes it doesn't go your way, and that was kind of the case tonight. But we keep getting those chances, we keep getting those at bats, and things will start turning.
That was the tough part. There were, I think, some of the strikeouts came with the runners on base. We hadn't seen that as much from you guys this year so far, and even in spring training.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be instances where that happens, but we got to keep pushing and keep getting guys on base, keep getting those opportunities, and once those start to turn our way, I think it gets to be contagious, and things will switch. But some tough luck tonight, and we'll keep getting guys on base and keep doing it.
Did Colin not hear anybody calling for it on that pop-up on the infield?
Yeah, when the crowd gets loud, it's hard to know who was calling for it. But a tough break. Obviously, that's a ball that we want to catch, and it's got to get that ironed out so that it doesn't happen.
There were a couple plays over spring that Bliss mishandled, made errors on. Tonight, every chance, it seemed. What have you seen in the growth of him in the defense at second base? Is it just a matter of him being more comfortable, more reps?
Yeah, he's done a real nice job for us here in the first few games, and has looked good out there, and I think you're right. I think his confidence is growing as he gets the opportunity, and he has made some nice plays, and that's good to see.
Relievers came in and picked you up pretty good there. I mean, Luzardo had a tough night the other night to come back in. What'd you see from all your guys in the bullpen?
Yeah, I mean, I think they came in and held us where we needed to be. Our offense can strike at any time, and keeping the game close is a big priority for us down the stretch. And the bullpen was big tonight in keeping it right where it was, and giving us a chance to tie the thing up or go ahead all the way down to the last hitter.
Did you see anything from Bryce in those, from the 4th, 5th, and 6th? A lot of traffic. Velo was a little more inconsistent. What did you see from him? Yeah,
I mean, I think, your first start, you're going to get a little variation here and there, but I thought that he did what he had to do for us tonight and kept it close, kept us where we wanted to be, and we just weren't able to convert offensively. But, I think it's a good first step for him, good way to open it up and get himself going here in the start of the new year.
And what have you thought about the aggressiveness on the base paths. Obviously, Ryan caused some havoc early into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we want to put as much pressure on them as we can, and like we said, get ourselves in scoring position, get ourselves opportunities to score, and we were able to do that tonight, and that's something that we've talked a lot about, and hopefully can continue to get ourselves into those positions so that we can get the lead and then begin to add on as well.